The young man who led me to Christ, whenever he visits me, I'm older than him, well endowed by the grace of God. Whenever he visits me, people are alarmed. Very homely Presbyterian boy. He led me to Christ. When it was his wedding, I took over. The other day I went to visit him. He was building a house. I said, this whole part of the house, I'm going to take care of it. I had malaria. He said, kneel down. I said, what? You're junior staff. So I said, when I get well, this guy will be sorry. I had you employed. And I gave you a room here. And I had malaria. Speak in tongues and you are doing prayer meeting. Me, I don't do that. And I'm not well. I've invited you to come and pray for me. And senior staff, you tell me to kneel down. I was upset. When I get well, I will sort you out. So I said, you let me get well first. Now I'm not well, so I can't complain. So I knelt down. He started praying in tongues. I was watching him with one eye because I had not heard tongues before. I thought I was going to die. Shikapakata. Said, what have I put myself in? I should have taken some paracetamol, APC, and Makofa Gobe Kumiwa. Then I fell down. The junior staff has slain the senior staff. Give the Lord. What is this? Bishop, I said, what is this? In my own room, slain, lying down shaking. When I got up, my malaria had gone. Serious. So now when I see the guy, I'm afraid. Because he has something I didn't have. I became born again. I will never forget. Remember, there are things people do for you and you can never repay. Obi your papa know how. When somebody helps you or gives you a favor, repay it in good. 89, I nearly died. I'd come to Action New. We are talking about remember. And these are testimonies that keep me on toe and keep me in shape and keep me in stead and keep me in line, in proper alignment. I went to heaven, I came back. I could see my wife lying there. I will never forget. I will never forget. Archbishop was in London. I nearly died. I appeared on TV. He sent me. And I faced the African chairman of Hare Krishna. The whole Ghana watched it. I was new in Action 6 months. I carried only a Bible. I didn't know it was a big competition. The head of Hare Krishna, 36 of them wearing red. I was the only one carrying a Bible sitting in the corner. I got into it. Was more or less like 2 weeks after, I nearly died. I was in Korle Bu for 2 months. I was on oxygen for 5 days. I couldn't talk. Archbishop was in London. He came from London without his bag. I was the resident pastor, fresh, in 1989. God saved my life. 2 weeks before that, I saw my spirit go to heaven, and I saw my spirit come back into my body. And I was sitting in a truck with Dr. Nyako. God saved my life. And I tell people, I'm not ashamed to talk about it, that if anything has kept me in action, is that single revelation. I'm not ashamed to say it. I've crossed many rivers, faced many challenges, but that single thing Archbishop did, when he flew and came to Korle Bu, and Bishop James, I stayed in Archbishop's house, in his bedroom for 1 month. 1 month. 1 month. I left my house. I was in his house. I ate and I slept there. Dr. Ablo, all the doctors came to visit me 1 month, even after I was discharged. It will be difficult for me to say I cannot remember. So when people ask me, the other day when Dr. Nyako was having his 70th birthday, Dr. Nyako was in the ambulance with me. Emergency, they took me from 37 to Korle Bu. Dr. Nyako was the one holding my hand in the ambulance with the siren straight to Korle Bu because I was on the point of death. Telling you. And then people tell me, Bishop James, You should have broken away. The things you have faced, you should have left. I tell them, if I was dead, there would be no breakaway. As for the issue of people asking me, why haven't you left action? It will never go away. But it won't happen. I'm not afraid to say that because it will not happen. You see, I don't look at myself based on my anointing. I look at myself based on the revelation God has given me. No path is easy. Wherever you work, there will be a storm. There will be challenges. But in life, there is a good somebody can do to you. You can never repay. You can never repay. But when people talk about Archbishop, I don't listen. He flew without a bag to Kolebu when he heard the story that I've been hospitalized and the enemy had attacked me. 2 weeks after contemplation, Vincent Assisi on TV. Today, 30 years after, I'm here.